Oh, hey. Like many of you, I sat down and watched Twitch for 6 hours today trying to get one of those sweet Valorant beta codes, but guess what? I actually got one and you didn't, so ha 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 ha. Alright, actually, all jokes aside, and before everyone actually decides to click off because I'm a jerk, yes, I got into the Valorant beta today. I watched my favorite streamer of all time, Jericho, for 6 hours, and then switched to Pokimane to simp for about 30 minutes, and I got a code from there. So that's how you do it. You gotta go to Pokimane for it, obviously. I got some thoughts on the game. I played a couple of games today. You're gonna think a lot of things that I say are probably what other people are saying, because there's a lot of similarities with what everyone's thinking right now. A lot of good stuff, some bad stuff. Let's hop into it. But what I like, the movement feels exactly like Counter-Strike, but you realize I didn't say go. If you played Counter-Strike 1.6 like a lot of us did, it feels exactly like Counter-Strike 1.6 movement. Air strafing, B-hopping, all feel exactly the same. Knife play, and the gunplay actually feels like a mix of Overwatch and Counter-Strike, but it's mostly CS when you're not ADSing, and yes, I said ADSing, you can aim down sight in this game. It's kind of nutty. All your guns are weaker when they're aimed down sight. Some guns can't even aim down sight, so that's perfectly fine. But especially the Bulldog was the weird one for me. The Bulldog is a regular AR, but when you aim down, it's a 3-round burst, and that caught me off guard at first because I didn't know. So when I went to go like spray someone down while ADS'd, I just shot one burst, and that was it. That was bad. So yeah, the gunplay is fantastic. I think it's some of the best I've had in a new game in a while. It definitely feels like Counter-Strike and Overwatch. There's a lot of comparisons I'm going to make here, so you're just going to have to get used to that. Unlike what you may have heard from a lot of people that have been complaining about the game, there are abilities in the game, and you can definitely 100% win a game without using a single ability and strictly having good aim and gun skill. But good lord, do the abilities make it so much more fun. Having abilities in a game like this honestly does seem like they're going to be overpowered and heavily influence how the game plays out, and they do. And that's how it's going to be because it's a hero shooter. But at the same time, there's tactical gameplay, there's tactical shooting, and the abilities kind of take a backseat if you're really good with a gun, but you're going to fall behind if you're not that good at shooting and you don't want to use abilities. You're going to have to use those abilities. Let's talk about those abilities, especially with the characters. I've been playing, and I'm probably going to end up maining Jett. She is really fun. She has a lot of movement-based abilities and just a smoke. I think her ult is also like Genji from Overwatch with a bunch of knives. I really enjoyed her movement. You can get higher to reach places. You can get up those areas and those boost spots and have good angles on the defensive side. There's a couple boxes on the factory map that you can get on top of and watch from corners. And people are always looking straight forward because they're not expecting, because you're like the only character that can go up. No one's looking vertically, but there's definitely some good vertical gameplay as well. And although that she is a really good defender, on offense she kind of lacks because jumping up to those places only really helps when you're holding a site after you've planted a spike, and she really lacks in the smokes department because her smokes on the defense side also don't last very long. And if you're trying to use them on offense, you're not going to be able to push through and have a good place to plant if you're just putting down a smoke for 5 seconds. So her smoke really isn't that great. And her E ability allows her to launch herself forward, which is good if you're trying to get to a site pretty quick, or if you're trying to move yourself forward to get to a site faster than the enemy would think you would. But if you're trying to jump into a site that you know is covered and you try to E in, it's going to take you ages to pull your gun out. The readying of your weapon after using her E ability takes so long. You do not want to go in there and do it. And I understand why. It would be super overpowered if you could just blink into a site and just shoot once. I just don't think that would be good. So definitely think about that if you're going to play Jett. The only other character I have experience with is Phoenix, and he has the greatest kit of all time in this game so far. He has a flashbang and a whole bunch of other utility he can use. The flashbang can get people from like a mile away and full blind them for so long. It's super, I'm gonna say overpowered right now. It's really well powered, and you're gonna have a hard time if you're going up against a Phoenix that knows how to throw those flashbangs. And I think I'm gonna try him next before I try the other characters again, because I really like that. The Soldier 76, as I like to call him, he has like a wall hack arrow that you can shoot, and I liked that. There's the girl that has the May wall. I don't know names because I haven't played these characters yet. A lot of the abilities will be familiar to you if you played hero shooters and hero games before, like Overwatch. So definitely look to those comparisons if you want to play those characters. The other characters, like I said, have extremely different kits, and each of them have their strengths and weaknesses on attacking and defending. So you'll have to see which side you think you're going to be a little bad at, and you're going to pick a character that definitely plays to the strengths of the attacking or the defending. So, moving on to just general things about the game. The games go to 13 rounds max, which is a weird number, but I guess that's what they wanted to go for. So it's almost Counter-Strike, like, length, but not as long. So most at Maxer games are going to go a little bit under an hour long, but none of my matches have lasted well past a half hour. So I would expect about half hour to 40 minutes for each game that you play, so long as you don't get to the tie area. Another thing I really enjoy about the game is the UI and the buy menu. The buy menu is super sleek, easy to read, the numbers right there, you know exactly how much money you have, you know as much money as the enemies have, your teammates, you can see how your ults are going, the scoreboard shows you so much information on there. I'm really happy that they did stuff like that. And there's a sellback system. If there was one thing I could take from this game and just inject it into Counter-Strike right now, is the fact that there is no sellback system. So if my team is saving and I didn't hear that, I can just sell the gun back, save up, and have money for next round. Or if I need to buy a rifle from somebody, they can request to buy a rifle from somebody, and I can just give it to them. Don't have to throw it down or anything. You just buy it from them. It's that easy. It's so easy, and I love it. Having that leniency is fantastic in this game, and I wish other games would do it too. The guns are definitely more similar to the ones in CSGO, so if you think a gun looks familiar to one like the AK and the Phantom and all of those different things, you could definitely find their counterpart in CS, and if you don't really think you'll know how to use a weapon, just look at it, think, oh, this one looks like this gun in CSGO, it'll probably play the same, so you just have to stick with that if you're going to do that. The maps are also super good. I've played 2 out of 3 maps. I've tried to get to the 3rd map, but I can't get to it. I've played 2 games each on the triple site map and on the factory map. The triple site map, super interesting. Having 3 sites definitely makes it more attacker sighted, and the defenders really have to split their stuff up. So we ended up doing a 2A, 1B, and 2 on C, because for some reason the team never went B, so I was the one guy on B, and it was easy for me to rotate to either A or C if either of those teams needed help. The rotates in this game can actually be super long. I have not found a quick rotate to any site yet, so I can definitely say that a lot of the maps are going to end up being defender-sided, unless of course you can get that movement towards you rotating on sites. And the footsteps, oh my god, the footsteps are so loud in this game. I could be the whole way across on the other side of the map and probably hear someone's footsteps. Super loud lead feet. That's a big complaint that I have right now, and probably one of the only big complaints I have right now about the game. The game's good. The maps are really great. I hope I can play the other map at some point. The factory map that I played as well in 2 games on, I think it's definitely like a symmetrical map. There's an A site and a B site, and there's like a middle area, the underground, that you can walk through, and has these little ropes and ladders you can climb up and down. I think that's great design. The maps are well designed. Riot did a fantastic job with this so far. I know it's just beta, and I know this is really early into it, but I'm definitely going to get a lot more playtime in here and come back to you guys with more of that. If you want to see me play the game, let me know. If you want to see me play the game on this channel, I'm actually going to be playing over on twitch.tv/VitaminP this week, and hopefully this weekend or during the closed beta, so go check that out. And if you guys get into the game, let me know down in the comments below if you've gotten a key into the game. I want to see who else has gotten it. Maybe we'll party up, play a couple of games. Let's see. If you haven't joined our Discord yet, Discord is in the description, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for getting your daily dose of vitamin P. If you guys want more daily doses of vitamin P, please check out the rest of the videos on my channel. I'm running out of air because I've been ranting for so long. Dear God. Alright guys, stay safe out there. Peace out and take care.